All right, today you're going to be drawing along with me, so put your name and class code on the back of your paper. Once you've got that done, flip it over to the clean side where it's all white. You can have it portrait style, which is up and down, or you can do side to side landscape. Either one will work for this project, so it's your choice. You're going to need a pencil, and we're going to be using a ruler today. We're going to use those for our checkerboard pattern. We'll outline in Sharpie when we're all finished. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and put your hand down on your paper, and you'll see some of your wrist, but you want to try to get just part of your wrist and most of your hand on the paper. You're going to use your pencil and go lightly. Don't push hard because we're going to want to erase our pencil lines later. Lightly trace around your hand. Try not to move your hand as much as you can, and go around your fingers. And then you'll complete it all the way down to the bottom, so you'll have part of your wrist left on the paper. I can pause it now if I need to, till everybody gets their hand drawn on their paper, and I can come check it out. Once your hand is down on your paper, you're going to need your ruler. So we're going to be using our ruler to make horizontal and vertical lines on our paper. So the vertical is up and down. We'll start those first, and then we'll go with the horizontal lines here in just a minute after we finish our vertical lines. To do your vertical lines, you're going to want to try to line your ruler up as straight as you can from the top to the bottom. Kind of just use your fingers to guide it. If you need help, raise your hand. I can come around and help you. I can always pause the video if we need to slow down so that we can get the project right and get our lines correct with our ruler. And I'm just doing about ruler space width between each line. I wouldn't go too small. If your lines are really close together, you're going to have a lot of lines to trace and a lot of things to color. So I do about a ruler's width, maybe about an inch or so between each line. And I go through my art doing my vertical lines. If you want to measure your lines to get them exact, you are more than welcome. I would probably do an inch or 2 inches. Like I said, I can pause the video and wait because I'm going to check that everybody has their vertical lines done correctly before we move on. So let me finish these last ones. And I don't think I have enough space to really do another one. I probably should have planned that out a little bit better, but I think it'll look okay right there. Next, when we're all finished, we're going to go ahead and do our horizontal lines. You're going to do it the same way, but you're going to go across, just like a horizon line. So you're going to start, you can start at the top or the bottom. I like to start at the top personally, but I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to go across horizontally, and this is going to help create our checkerboard pattern. It's going to go right over your hand. We're not missing our hand. We want to just draw right over the top of our hand. So I'm going to line it up again as straight as I can on the top of the paper. I like to hold the ruler in the middle because it kind of stabilizes it a little bit better. Sometimes your ruler moves. You got to kind of push down on that ruler and hold it down hard. If your ruler moves, don't worry, just erase your line and you can go back and fix it. Again, I'm still drawing lightly because after we outline this in Sharpie, we can go back and erase any pencil lines that we see and clean up our artwork. Once I'm done with these horizontal lines, I can pause the video again and come around and make sure everybody's got their horizontal lines done before we continue with the video. So I'm going to continue with my lines all the way down to the bottom of the paper. Pushing, oops, see, sometimes the ruler moves. Just fix that. You can go back and correct your line. Right, if you need to pause it, I'll go ahead and pause it now. Notice how our lines go over the top of our hand. We're going to trace everything with Sharpie. So you're going to get your Sharpie out. And as you trace your lines, if you get off the lines a little bit, don't worry, because we're going to go back and erase our pencil lines so that it cleans up our artwork. So notice when I first started, I kind of missed a little bit of the line there. It's hard to do exactly on the line that you drew with your Sharpie, and that's okay. So I'm going to go through and start tracing everything. Again, see right there, I missed that spot. We'll just go back and erase those things. The Sharpie won't smudge or smear or anything like that, which makes it a great tool. So we can always just go back and erase those lines so that you don't see them on our finished work. Then you're going to go back and you're going to trace your checkerboard line. If you need to use your ruler during this time to kind of make it straight and guide it again, you can. Sometimes it's hard to line up perfectly with that line again. So I just kind of try to stay on the line the best I can as I do it. But again, you can always try your ruler if you want to guide your Sharpie that way. So go ahead and finish up your whole work, and then next week we're going to be filling these in with our warm and cool colors. I'm going to go back in and erase all my pencil marks, clean up my artwork. So when you're all finished, your artwork should look something like this. Don't forget to turn it in, and we will finish them up next week.